Hello, hello. So this is my first video. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Elena Sofokleos. I am a life coach and soon to be an author. Now, basically what I'm going to be sharing with you today is 5 things that I definitely recommend if you want to get to a specific goal, to basically improve your way of life. Okay, and I will be coming back every week, same day, same time, with a video that will have tools, recommendations, anything you want to call it. And it's things that I really recommend you start applying or using in your daily life, because it's these little things, these little changes that we make in our dailiness that make the big shifts gradually. And when we're able to make these small shifts that add up to big shifts, it's when we actually begin to see the miracles that we want to see in our life. And we start having a different quality of life. And that's whether we're talking about spirituality, whether we're talking about personal problems or personal blockages that we have. It could be anything. So at random, I will be picking topics every week. I'd be more than happy to have you recommend topics that you need to have tackled, and I'll come back with something with it. You can send in questions, you can send in anything you like. And I will be having small groups soon of like 8 people. They'll be beginning in March. So I will get back with that information. But now I'm going to give you tools for the five basic tools, to what you need to do every day to get to where it is that you want to be. Let's begin. Number 1 is purpose. The power of purpose. Working with people, and quite a few younger people, I actually get to see how a lot of people forget how important having a purpose can be. When you have a purpose, you actually have a vision, and you work towards that vision daily. So basically, the small little things that you do every day, the rituals that you apply in your life, is what gets you to where you want to be. Now, working this topic quite a bit, I get to see that a lot of people get left in the margin, let's say. It's either their past that pulls them back into the past, or some are pulled aside by distractions. That used to be me, I must confess. I was distracted so easily. I would never stay on purpose, okay? But if you have a high list of purpose, okay, and you're working towards something, and you know what it is, and you get yourself into the process of actually obsessing with that purpose that you have and making it clearer every day in your own mind, what happens? You motivate yourself daily because you have your vision up there and you can actually see that vision, and you make it clear that you don't fall behind. You make it clear and you pull yourself up, and you have a vision that pulls you forward gradually. Because every day working and making those small little adjustments and that small improvement daily, you don't need to work so hard afterwards to get there, because that purpose becomes so powerful that in the end it pulls you, and when it pulls you, it gets you there. Okay, so I think that's basically pretty clear. Purpose. Then we'll go to number 2, which is self-confidence. How important is self-confidence, and how many people unfortunately don't have it? It's not difficult to get self-confidence. It's easy to be ruined, really easy. Something that many times I would say that us as parents, because I am a mother of 2, there are times that we break our children's confidence without even realizing. And these are things that if they're not dealt with, they do take it with them. later on into their adult life. And there is actually points in their life when they can't handle situations, when they refuse to figure things out because they don't have the self-confidence and they think that they can't when they can, or they think that they don't have the tools, which the tools we all have. It's just a matter of someone sometimes pointing them out, which is what I will be doing. It's a matter of someone actually giving us an aha moment of they do exist, and just get your hands on them and work with them, and anything can happen. So let's get clearer on self-confidence. Basically, to get to where you want to be, when you're working with a purpose and you need to build up your self-confidence to get to where you need to be, is basically doing the best you can daily. I would even recommend making a list or a vision board. So that would be stating clearly what it is you need to do, what your vision is, the purpose, what you need to do to build your self-confidence. If it has to do with your job, if it has to do with your relationship, whatever it is, get clear. If you have clarity, you know exactly in what direction you want to be moving towards. So, doing the best you can daily. These are the little things that give you confidence. When you know that you've done the best you can, when you know that you've read that extra book, you've done the work, you've seen the people you needed to see, you've taken the extra class you needed to take, there's no doubt in your mind that you're not good at what you do. You build up the confidence. You make sure that you are feeding your confidence the same way your mind needs to be fed daily so you can be positive. You have to feed it with positive thoughts. It's exactly the same thing with your confidence. Self-confidence comes from the lack of neglect. Okay? So if you don't lack to do the daily discipline routine, you will have confidence. Okay? Simple as that. Have the willingness to do whatever it takes. Now, number 3 is enthusiasm. Okay? The power of enthusiasm. Now, self-confidence by purpose. Now, that kind of enthusiasm, knowing that you're going to get the job done, knowing that you're going to affect people, that knowingness inside of you, I would say that enthusiasm that goes on inside of us is like a 90% of the enthusiasm. What we show out in the world could be a 10%. What's important is that it's really powerful, to hold on to that 90%, because that's what drives you. That kind of enthusiasm is quiet, it's unheard, but the 10% that you're actually showing out into the world is the tip of the iceberg. It's the beginning of the story. It's the beginning of the vision. So keep that enthusiasm going. Keep the vision clear. Keep your purpose clear. Keep those rituals going daily. Your confidence being built and fed daily, daily, daily. Every minute of the day if possible. And then we'll follow the enthusiasm. Now, number 4, I would say, is expertise. Okay? You have to want to be an expert in everything around the subject that you're tackling. So if you're working on a skill, to be really good at a specific skill so you can go out and sell it in the world, become an expert on it. Know everything about it. Analyze it, read about it, study about it, take classes about it, go to lectures about it, seminars, anything you need to do, do it. Just make sure you're an expert. Anything that comes in relation with it, that will help you with that, do the work. It's so important. I have people coming to me about running their own businesses. if you want to run your own business, become an expert about what it is you love so much and how you're going to make it work. Don't constantly rely on other people. It's nice to rely on other people. I mean, there are even times when I do say, delegate. You have to delegate. You cannot do everything, and you have to accept that. But in the case that you're trying to build something new, or you have a goal and you want to get to that goal, make sure you do, and that you're willing to do whatever it needs for you to become an expert and to have excellence in the skill that you want to exercise out in the world. It's so important. It's so important because if at any moment when you're actually there, things start to fall apart, you know how to handle all of it and every area of your business and every area of your team. So you can step in and take over, and there will be no falling apart. Okay? Clear on that? So, number 5. Number 5 is being well prepared. Okay? Do whatever it is you need to do to be prepared. So, how can I explain this simply? So, our whole life we're being prepared for things. And then we have to go from breastfeeding and eating creams, and then from solids to stopping the diapers. And then it's to sleeping in your own bed. And then it's to getting ready for school. So our whole life, basically, from the day we're born, we're being prepared for something. And I'm talking about like babies until adult lifehood. And then we're always preparing ourselves for something new in our life at whatever age we are. And you'll have the performance you want when you start preparing. With some of my clients, we come around and we say, you know, prepare to have a good day. And once you have that good day, start preparing to have a good month, and then prepare to have a good year. When you start preparing yourself for success, when that chance comes along, you won't miss it. Be prepared for it though, because when you're prepared for it, you are aware. Awareness is one of the greatest things in our life. Because when we're not aware of things, we can't grab the chance, we can't change the problem, we can't fix the problem. Okay, so basically what I'm going to ask you to do is get honest with yourself and ask yourself, with the goal that you're working towards and with the self-confidence techniques that you're working on, and with all the rest put together, the enthusiasm and mastering the skill, what is it that you're actually doing to be prepared for when that moment comes, when you do actually get the job or when you do actually make the business? What is it that you're doing? Are you prepared for the next step? Okay, I want you to actually go into the process of thinking about the next step, thinking about what comes next. Because I have a lot of people that come to me with a goal, and then they work towards that goal. And if I don't point out that when you get to that, what happens then? They're usually stuck. So when they get to where they want to be, it just passes by them and they don't even notice. So when you look to the future and you prepare yourself and you're willing to do what it is that you need to do to get to where you want to get, there's no chance in you missing the train. And if we're asleep, and if we're not aligned with what we say we are, if we're not aligned with where we want to be, we're going to miss it. So I hope this has actually rung a little bell for some of you, for all of you would be great to actually take action. I would love to hear your comments. I would love to have you follow and see my weekly videos. Thank you for listening. Until next time, take care. Bye.